Hey everyone, it's Jure here. I'm with the Bekavac Team. Welcome back to our channel. If you're new, thanks for tuning in. Your go-to resource for every Greater Toronto real estate tip and market update. Today we're going to break down the November 2025 market update. What these numbers really mean, what we're expecting heading into next year for 2026, and how buyers, sellers, investors can position themselves right now to make a great move in today's market. If you enjoy the content, that helps you make smarter real estate decision, hit the subscribe button. If you're new, hit the subscribe button too. We post this every month of updates of the real estate market. Plus, we also give some tips for sellers, buyers, investors, or first-time home buyers. So let's go dive into these numbers right now. All right, everyone, here year-over-year stats, average sales price from November 2025 compared to last year to November 2024. We see a significant drop, roughly about $70,000 decrease in price from year over year. And that's a common thing we're starting to see. The market is coming down. It is settling, but definitely a good thing to look at. We're going to break down the overall summary of each year. So that, sales itself, activity has decreased. We're hovering around 16% in sales activity from year over year. That's a big significant drop from well over 900 units less from year over year from November 2025 to 2024. New listings have dropped about 4% from year over year, about 500 units less on the market than it was in 2024 in November for current market 2025 in November. Active listings still high. We're looking about almost 70% of an increase here, as you can see. From year over year, well over 24,000 more listings than last year, hovering on 21,000 listings. The average price, what we said, a significant drop. It's a 6.4% drop in price, and average days on market, we're looking about 34 days as last year for November 2024. It's 10%. We're hovering around 10% of change. Roughly 3 more days to sell a home compared to last year. Oh, we do like to break down these. Okay, so the Toronto unemployment growth, 0.5% increase, and we've not a lot of unemployment rate. This is playing a factor into the real estate market too today. In the market, unemployment rate hovering around that 9%. That's a big unemployment. That's another factor, and we have had several cuts from Bank of Canada this year. They did a quarter cut too this month. Didn't do much in the real estate market. Inflation's hovering at 2.4%, and the prime rate, we're at 2.3, right? It hasn't done anything, even with the quarter, the prime rate being out there at 4.7. But Bank of Canada doing that quarter interest rate cut hasn't done anything. And they've been doing it all year, and it's not really, the home buyers, home sellers assuming that their home's worth more than what it is. It's not. Homes are coming down. They're settling, and they're starting to stabilize. And that's something as a homeowner you need to understand. So we're going to break down these numbers too, from the 416 here comparable to the 905 area, comparing on the homes and what they're worth and what they're selling for. All right, love breaking down this chart here, showing a comparable from the 416 to the 905 on different types of homes and where they stand currently today in the market for November 2025 compared to last year of November 2024. The 416 for detached homes, you can see they're hovering a little over $1.5 million, which compared to last year, it's a 9% decrease in price. And the 905 here, detached homes, $1,275,000, hovering around for a detached home in a 905. That's about an 8% decrease in price from year over year. Guys, remember, this is all clumped in, like the 416 together and all the 905 clumped in together. Every pocket is different, but we do, homes are decreasing in price, and you see month over month. For semis in the 416 areas, they're hovering $1,187,000. We're looking at about a 4.8% decrease from year over year from 2025 in November compared to last year, November 2024. Same thing with the 905 area for a semi is hovering around $855,000. And that's 11% decrease from last year, this year of November 2025 to November 2024. Significant drop. And if you're a first-time buyer and we're working with them, there's some good numbers here. I'll be looking at 905 areas and semi-towns and condos are great things to get into the market now. You got room in negotiation. So if you're looking to buy and you're a first-time home buyer, or even looking to upsize from a condo to a semi, this is a great time to do it. Market is, homes are a little bit more affordable. Even with the interest rate cut, it's helping buyers get in, but the homes are not skyrocketing. That's one thing homeowners need to understand. Townhomes are hovering in the 416 area, but $870,000. And the 905, it's a 3.7 decrease in price from year over year from November 2025 to last year, November 2024. And for the 905, we're looking at $822,000. We're hovering like a 7.4 decrease in price. If you're looking to purchase, these numbers here are great stats to look into. Work with your agent. You can find some nuggets, or work with us, the Bekavac team here. We can find you stuff. We do some great analysis, where to pick and where to buy. Condos themselves hovering on $700,000 for a condo in the 416 area. And in the 905 area, it's starting to decrease in condos a lot, $583,000 at an average price condo. And that's a 8.7% decrease in price from last year to this year, from November 2025 to November 2024. Great numbers to look at, guys. It's significantly every month we're seeing negatives going down. Listen, market the house price correctly in today's market. You're not going to lose. If you did buy in a bidding war, you are going to lose. So hold on to it. Now, if you had your house prior to the bidding wars, you've gained appreciation in your home. You're not losing. You weren't in the market. But definitely, if you're looking to get into the market, great time for buyers. And there's some good things to look into here. If you're looking to get a townhome, even a semi and condos, great time to purchase the first-time home buyers. A lot of negotiation room for you as a buyer. As you as a seller, you gotta start listing your home correctly to price it. You gotta attract it. You gotta put some love and care in it. Paint, do the staging, videography, market it correctly. And pricing is crucial, guys. You gotta price that home today. I know Nona at a house, we trying to sell it. It's an older home, and she's telling us, she did some upgrades. And I completely understand you've done some upgrades, but you did the upgrades 20 years ago. It's like trying to compare a Mercedes that's 1995 to a Mercedes that's today, 2025, like they're the same. They're not. And people that own these homes, older homes, they've gained a lot of appreciation, but it's not what it was. You didn't lose any money. I keep hearing we lost. You didn't lose money. You weren't in the market then, so you didn't lose. People that purchased during the bidding war, well, that's a different factor. They have lost money in the market today. All right, everyone, I want to break down this chart. Data doesn't lie, it never does, and neither do numbers. So I'm going to break down the last from 2019 to 2025 active listings, and you can see the chart in front of me here. And you can see this is where I think a lot of people, like 2019, a lot of listings in the market, and as you can see, it tapers down towards the end of the year. And this is where all the bidding war started in 2020 and 2021. And as you can see, 2021 inventory, see how low it was? This is where people were getting well over asking for their homes. Now, fast forward to 2025, and it continued. After 2022, you can see the gradual increase of inventory going onto the market. And that's where, as you can see, from 2023 onward to 2024, active listings. And many factors play for this. People putting their homes on the market. And number one factor is a lot of remortgages are coming. People can't afford the homes with the renewal mortgages, and the houses are going on the market. That's where we're seeing an influx of homes. Plus, some people are downsizing when you get out of the market. Also, foreclosures, another reason why it's causing price issues that no one talks about. It's bringing home prices down too, but big inventory on the market, as you can see. And here we go, 2025. These are active listings, enormous listings on the market for this year. Look at that hovering. Look at the numbers. Look, well over. Even today, right now in today's market, we have 60,000 active listing in today's market in the Greater Toronto area. That's a big number, and it's something to keep an eye on. And I think it's going to carry on to 2026. Even with the interest rate cuts that's been going on this year, it hasn't really significantly done anything to the market. The market still has been going down gradually. And it's like the dust is settling on prices, and we got a lot of inventory. So it's a buyer's market. Buyers in the driver's seat today. Sellers were in 2020 and 2021. You get a blank check. Boom. We didn't know what the house would sell for. And, and then went well over asking, but less inventory. And I don't think 2026 will be any different from 2025. I do foresee another rate cut maybe for springtime to spring the market, but I don't think if you're a homeowner and you're on this market and look at all these active listings you're competing with, you got to price your house correctly. That's what it comes down to. The market is the market. The market dictates the market. You don't. Even as a buyer or seller, the market dictates it. And right now it's dictating for this a buyer's market. And as a homeowner in 2020 and 2021, it was a great time. But listen, it's something to get at. Data is there. We are data driven here at our team and the Bekavac team, and we always look at data and numbers, and it never lies. And we tell people numbers, and they don't like to hear it. But I'm sorry, your house is not what it was 5 years ago, the price. You don't dictate the price in the market dictates it. And they don't like to hear it. But you know what? That's why you're stuck in the market. And I'm going to show you another number right here, a great chart to look at. Right here, give me a sec. Terminations. Look at the terminations of listings. This is 2025. Look at that. Enormous terminations expired. That's huge. Huge number to look at. Look at that. In November, 10,000 terminations. And the reason why is you're overpriced. And you lost that buyer. We worked with clients and they didn't like what I told them what their house is worth. You know what ended up happening? They end up losing more. Price it correctly today's market. If you keep holding it and hoping to get that price, you're going to lose money on the table. 3 months from now, you might lose more money on the table. And I'm sorry, work with an agent who's going to be honest with you. Don't give an agent who's going to say, oh, whatever price you say, they agree with it. Okay, just put a sign on the line. And then you wonder no one comes to your home. And it's just sitting there stagnant. It's collecting dust. It doesn't, buyers ain't dumb. They do their data. Even the agents, they know what's going on. And if you don't like what you hear, I'm sorry. You know what? I'm overweight. It's like me go to the gym and tell the person, he goes, I'm in top shape, which I'm not. He has to tell me, you're not in good shape. You got to watch what you eat. You got to get on the treadmill, start losing some weight. You need the honesty, and it hurts to hear that, but that's what you need to hear, even as a homeowner. You got to have an honest person, a team or agent that's going to tell you the truth. And this is where you're at in today's market. Like, you're bringing us over for our advice. We're telling you where you stand, and then you tell us where you stand. It doesn't work like that. You know what I mean? It's like you telling the dentist how to do his job. No, it's not working like that. That's where we're the expert. Well, if you work with the right agents, they'll be honest with you. And then some maybe or not. I can't. But this termination, look, what they do is they lock you down and they slowly start terminating your offer to bring your price down. Price it correctly right from the get-go, so you don't lose those buyers and they're gone. And you got to get a real set of buyers, and then the market can shift again. And as we can see, gradually dipping. So a great chart to look at, terminations. Love to show that chart. Let me just bring this down here. Boom. Close. And there's another one I want to see. Average days on market. Like, look at that. Like it's taking longer to sell homes today. And we know that today. It's taking longer to sell a home in today's market, on average 43 days. Compare everything else for the last 2019. So data doesn't lie. We are a data-driven company here, and we're number-driven, and we show you stats and data, and we use AI to help us out, and we definitely get a good ballpark where your house will sit in today's market. And if you want to work with an agent or someone who's going to tell you the truth, reach out to us. We'd love to help you out. And I hope these numbers help you out if you're out there and you're stuck where you're home in today. Take a look, reach out. We'll send you roughly where you stand in your area, because every area is different. Every area in the Greater Toronto is different every pocket. Great chart to look. Data is data, and we love looking at this. Okay, in 2026, what do we predict that's going to happen in the real estate market? The activity increase. I don't really know, to be honest with you. I think it might carry from this year to next year, might be the same. I don't think we're going to see homes skyrocketing in price. I think it's going to stabilize, and we're seeing it stabilizing. Prices coming, it's stabilizing. Borrowing costs a little easier. The interest rates came down. Nothing really happened. You might see something in the new year. Buyers might jump in. We still have a lot of buyers sitting on the fence that want to get in the market. Maybe at the beginning of the year, we might see some activity increase with buyers in the market. And, that's our prediction. I predict, and before the spring, I think they might bring another cut down to hold me against it, just to get more buyers into the market and get some inventory out. But that's what we're assuming. But I don't think next year will be any different from this year. I think there might be more houses going to market. So a lot of renewals are coming up next year, people. So just to keep that in mind. Sorry, condos. I think they're negotiable too. I think they stay, in the market. They've been taking the biggest hits in prices. So if you're looking at a first-time buyer, get in the market. Condos, a good place to get into. 905 area is a great area to get into. You can see the dips in price if you want to get into buying and purchasing or upsizing your home. That's something I would look into, the 905 area. Reach out to us. We definitely tell you where to look. We know we're looking. So investors too, I think they might have a great time for investors getting in the market. Competitive for them to renegotiate prices. Take a look into. So that's our prediction. I don't think it's going to explode in 2026. So something to keep an eye on. I think it's going to carry over and be a runaway in 26. I think the market might carry over the same as today. And there might be more listings going on in the spring market. So keep that in mind. If you're listing your house, the spring market, that's the best time to put on the market. Get that data, see what the stats are, work with someone who's going to show you where the peaks and valleys are, when to sell and when to buy. I hope that helped out. All right, some tips for buyers. Really give some tips out. So the first thing, don't obsess over the bottom line. Be prepared instead. Be ready. Get that pre-approval. Be ready to get in there because there's opportunity there. You can just jump on and get that pre-approval. And we know inventory is high and competition is very low right now. So it's in your favor as a buyer. And you can negotiate a lot on the price. Remember that as a buyer. And I think you already know that. Closing flexibility is there. You can even, we're seeing conditions. We've done it ourselves this year right, on the sale of your home. And I think that's going to carry into 2026 where, as a buyer on the sale of your home, you can add that condition. So we've seen that you can ask for repairs being done at conditions, the home inspection. There's a lot of things you can negotiate, and we've done for our buyers too. So I hope that helps out. If you don't have it to work with, reach out here. We'd love to help you out. All right, tips for sellers. I keep beating this down, and please price your home for today's market, not what you remembered in 20 and 2021. That's why you're sitting on the market and your home's not moving. Remember that. Overpricing right now, your home won't sell. It sits on the market and you're going to lose money. We've seen it. But towards the end of the year, people lost money. If they would have priced it correctly 2 months, 3 months prior, they probably would have got more money on the table, but now they're losing it. So keep that in mind. And also, guys, make your home move-in ready. And buyers today in 2025 and carrying into 2026, they're budget sensitive and they don't want to do any work. They want to skip the work. They want to turn in key and move in today. So that's something to keep in mind. And if you have some work to be done, please do it. Buyers see it, and there's so many homes, so they're picky. Remember that as a seller. Listen, whether you're buying or selling, the strategy is everything. And we're here. We navigate for our clients that every day. We navigate for sellers and buyers to help them out in today's market and foresee a foreseeable future. All right, everyone. So that's your November 2025 Greater Toronto Real Estate Market Update. If you're planning to make a move next 3 to 12 months, or you just want to understand what these numbers mean for your situation, reach out to us anytime. We're contacts listed below. DM us, call us. We'll definitely reach out to you to help you out. We help families, first-time home buyers, sellers, and investors make confident decisions in today's changing market. Once again, reach out to us if you have any questions listed below. Happy holidays to you and your family. Stay safe. Enjoy the holidays. And if you found this helpful, guys, make sure you hit the subscribe button if you're new, or share it to someone you think it might be helpful for them so they can make an accurate real estate decision in today's market. Listen, guys, I'm Jure with the Bekavac Team. We'll see you in the next chapter and probably see you in the new year. Cheers.
Everything we touch turns to soul.